The next one is pretty common. Ka. Ka. It's the same sound like K, letter K. Again, in English language, this letter used very seldom because letter C takes the function of sound K in most cases. And but Russians put K everywhere. And when somebody, well, forget about it. So the next letter is L. 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 Sometimes it's pronounced for the correct name of the letter is L. L with a soft sign at the end. L. L. But you can say also L, or the sound all we care about is L. 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 M. 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 Mama. 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 Mother. Mama. N. 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 We studied when we were saying greetings, and I was saying that ночь, night, ночь, 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 night. Спокойной ночи, good night. Спокойной ночи, good night. And the next vowel is O. O. When it's under stress is always O, but when it's not under the stress, most likely it gives up its positions and saying, oh, I'm sloppy, don't want, you can pronounce me as A. But again, I will be talking about stressed and unstressed vowels later in our course on the alphabet. Letter P. P. P, 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 p. Papa. 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 Daddy. Father. Papa. 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 This one is R. R. I told you about this one. Please just practice it. R. It's a very interesting letter, so it resembles the sound R, but it's not R, it's R. It's not in the back of your mouth, but you bring it to the front of your mouth. S. 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 So this one is, please try to distinguish it and never confuse it with letter C because it has different function, different sound. T. 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 Again, it's different from English T, because in English we touch our alveoles over there behind your teeth. In Russian, it's straight dental sound. Your tongue touches teeth, upper teeth. T, 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 t. And that takes us to the next vowel, U. 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 I know that you will confuse it with Y, but it's U. You have to pronounce it as U. Again, I told you that Russian letters, they are pronouncing the words the way they sound. Don't do anything with them. When you see this U, утро, доброе утро, доброе утро, утро, morning, доброе утро, утро. F, 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 F. You see, this letter is rather far in Russian alphabet, contrary to the English alphabet, where it's closer to the beginning of the alphabet. So F, фонарь, фонарь. F, 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 f. And here is our ha, 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 ha. Хорошо, хорошо. Хороший мальчик. Messi хороший мальчик. Messi is a good boy. Messi is a very good boy. Then we have this little letter with the tail. Ts, 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 ts. Get out. Ts, 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 ts. Цокать, цокать, c. So I am pronouncing something that doesn't make any sense just to practice the sound. Please repeat it, and then we will have few phonetic exercises after we are done with all the letters in the words. Then I will be talking about stressed and unstressed vowels and the difference of all the consonants working in the words. So we will be learning how to read those letters in the words and how to read Russian alphabet. Ch, chai, chai. You probably order sometimes in Starbucks chai, and in Russian is tea as well. Chai. Sh. Такой very interesting sound. Shade. Shade. And this one is another tailed consonant. It's sh. And this resembles the sh diphthong in she. She in the word she, pronounced she. She. Hard sign. Hard sign normally would divide a prefix in the word and the root of the word, the stem of the word. And in order for the consonant to remain hard, the hard sign is there. I will find you some words when we get to that letter, so you would see where it's used and how it's used and how it's pronounced. That is the one, kangaroo kick in solar plexus, I told you. You just hit yourself over here. And then, And I don't know, I put this sound and how I normally express it to you when I do transliteration. So, sir, remember those dairy products in our word of the day? Sir. English language doesn't have anything like that resembling. They say that if you say roses in plural, that maybe that E at the end, maybe if you're very sloppy in pronouncing it, it might resemble very, very far roses. But soft sign, you're quite familiar with this. Soft sign, our apostrophe goes almost in every word in our every presentation. You probably also recognize because visually you've seen this letter 1,000 times by now. Это дом, это Messi, это папа, это мама. So the demonstrative pronoun this starts with You, it's our soft vowel. You. Remember I told you yesterday you bring your lips up front and saying you. And it's easy because our pronoun you, it's pretty much the same. Я. And this is the vowel. It's a soft vowel, but also is a pronoun, personal pronoun I. And Russians, they are very humble about personal pronoun I, ya, or at least they used to be in my days when I was young, because my grandma used to say me, why are you always saying ya? Ya is the last letter of Russian alphabet. So don't think of yourself too high because it's the last letter of the alphabet. Now we are done with reading our letters. Let's continue to our example.